Alright everyone, Smastian here, returning after our 3-round debacle last time round. We have a healthy bank for the time being. We have an upgrade on the way for improved power conduits, and we have the Hunchback that's just in repairs for a day. We're gonna get that completed. Very good. And we're gonna wait an additional 4 days, get our main crew well rested for the upcoming shenaniganery I have in mind. Let's take a quick look at their skills, see if anything has changed. As a matter of fact, it has. We could give Blorks a called shot bonus, get him well on his way to improved sensor locking. Although a part of me really just wants a base weapon hit % chance that's increased. A -1 to recoil penalty is also nice, but we don't have any weapons currently kitted that take advantage of that. We could improve Blorks' max evasion. That might help him out a bunch. Other than that, I don't think piloting is going to be that helpful for us at the moment. Guts, heat dissipation. I think we don't need to give him heat dissipation. He's going to be in the Venom, and the Venom is a fairly sturdy mech in terms of heat generation. So, we will actually take him down the sensor locking tree. We might as well get that out of the way. Get his skill in, then focus on gunnery, and then maybe waffle on whether or not we'll fill out his other skills in the interim.
Mech warrior training complete.
Yes, Commander.
Decker, nothing. Fang. Fang, you're going to be needing the evasion boost, so that's what we're focusing on with you.
Training complete.
I hear ya.
Glitch. I remember thinking that we're going to give you improved gunnery. Am I wrong in that? I don't think I am. Let's do that then.
Training confirmed, Commander.
That should give both me and Glitch the multi-gunner trait.
Receiving you.
Medusa, you're a bit inaccurate, all things considered, so we're giving you another point in gunnery.
Mech warrior training complete.
Orders?
Rock, still nothing. As for myself, we're holding out for a hero. No, we're holding out for Warlord trait. We're remembering this time.
Standing by.
Not being dumb. And Wildfire, you don't really have any traits at the moment. We're just going to throw you into the simulation capsules a few more times. And that'll get you, hopefully, a skill worth taking soon. Which, I think I had something in mind given her skill set. Was it punching? It may have been punching. Oh no. It was this skill. It was tactician. Yes, that's one we want for her. Okay. Quick look at the mech bay. Was there anything I wanted to change? No, there wasn't. Actually, no, there was. Oh yeah, that's real nice. Changing the patterns on the mechs from time to time, I think, is a good thing. Makes our mechs really hideous to look at. Hopefully this will distract the enemy. Hunchback, I think we're going to give you this setup. The Pirate's Bane. Do we have any more gaudy colors we can put on you, or a better scheme for these patterns. I think this one's pretty awful. And the Wasp. I think it's come time to finally sell this thing off. I am, despite the massive heat generation of the Hunchback, pretty comfortable with it. So, yep, we are sending this thing into storage. This will remove all equipment. And now that that's done, we're going into the sell tab, and we're selling the Wasp for 187,000. It's been nice knowing you, but you're gone. And just taking a quick look at the available mech chassis here. A bunch of Centurion salvage, some Crab salvage, some Dragon, some Locust, some Spider. An awesome mech. That's a assault class. Fortunately, we're not too interested in it. And an assassin. 40-ton medium. Oh, it has bonus initiative. How very interesting. So, rather than activating in the third phase, it by default activates in fourth. What an interesting little mech. It's expensive as hell, though. Yeah. I'm really liking this mech quirk system that they added in one of the mods. I don't know which one. But it's fun. I like this. It gives the mechs some element of uniqueness that is worth paying attention to, rather than just, how many energy slots does it have? Either way. Let's get into the contract screen, and once we touch down, I'll share my story about the Wasps. Given that we've been performing rather well in our recent missions, I'm thinking we want to take on potentially a 2-skull assassination mission. Or, well, actually, this is a 1.5 skull, but... And these are both the destroy base missions. But we are sort of antsy for a bit of a challenge here on my end. We do not have the amount of mechs necessary to take on a contract, a 4-month contract. So what is this, a Merc deployment? Yes, Merc deployment. We can't take on a deployment right now. We simply lack the mech amount necessary. Another full lance, and I'll consider it. Heck, at half a lance, I'll consider an easier deployment contract for, like, say, 2 months. It would depend. But yeah, the 2.5 skull contracts, while tempting in terms of the challenge, they're not offering enough salvage for me to be interested in terms of max salvage. So we will actually, unfortunately, ignore them. And same goes for the aggressive negotiations assassination mission. It's just not offering a whole lot of salvage. Escaping spy, however, has given us a better salvage amount. So we'll take it on. We want to get ourselves some more mech parts now that our bank is pretty healthy. Okay. Crew is as it always has been. Yep, everything's in order here. Rightio. So, odds that we're dealing with 2 supporting lances. So far, unclear. What is that? Looks like a cataphract heavy mech. So that's some salvage that's worth looking forward to.
Here we go.
Right, okay. I remember this map profile. Potentially, there are going to be reinforcements coming from this direction. So, I think the best thing for us
Ready for orders.
is to get to this tree line here. Cool.
Got an unknown on sensors.
We've spotted the first 2 of likely 4 supporting mechs. And they're moving.
Commander.
So we're moving too. We're keeping ourselves to the high ground as much as possible. We'd prefer to be firing down at our enemies rather than, in the low ground firing up, because, as I think I've mentioned before, high ground advantage gives you an accuracy bonus.
Commander.
For now, nothing really too spectacular is going on. We're just running into position. The Hunchback is slow as hell. It's not exactly a fantastic punching mech, all things considered. Let's reserve for now. Cool. Flea moves forward. Gets 1 hit in on Fang. Rather unfortunately.
I'm under heavy fire.
Though, the plus side here is that Fang can now return fire, and the Flea is not very evasive. So,
Confirmed.
our chances to hit are pretty good.
Take that.
Also, it's low armor as well.
Confirmed.
We're getting Fang out of line of sight.
Yeah. What can I do
And
you for?
let's just continue dispatching this Flea.
I bet you're gonna like this.
Yeah, he's gone.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, very nice. He ejected out. That means we didn't destroy too many of his Ghibli bits. Okay, Blackjack moves into our line of fire. Very heavy in terms of machine guns. A couple large lasers and ER small lasers. So, yeah, we do want to move forward to get our medium pulses in action, preferably. But I don't think they will be. Yeah, they won't. And Medusa,
Yes,
just take a leisurely sort of stroll. No need to sprint you to give you a accuracy debuff. And fire with your long-range weapons. Unfortunate. But, well, in terms of coin toss stats, we actually didn't do too poorly. Okay, standard large laser hits us in the shins. So we'll deal with that by taking another shot at the Blackjack. Very nice. We've hit him with a tagging system, so that's good. Move back into the tree line. See if Blorks has a line of fire. He does not. At least not from that range.
Standing by.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to get Blork somewhat evasive and take a shot at this fellow. Wolverine. AC5. Okay. It's a fairly standard kitted Wolverine. Nothing impressive here. I mean, an AC5 can still be a very damaging weapon.
Orders.
But it's nothing to worry about yet. We'll reserve Fang.
Waiting for the shot.
Cool. Wolverine decides to run off. And we'll reserve our 2 boys as well.
Reserving action.
Let the enemy make its first move.
Commander.
And now, we're gonna run forward
Roger.
and take a shot at the Blackjack at close range.
Firing all weapons.
And it's now Medusa's turn to take a shot. We'll turn off the medium lasers. I don't think we need to unnecessarily raise our heat here.
Firing on target.
Yeah, there was no reason to. Ammo explosion took the whole thing out.
One less target.
And so with that, we will move over to here.
Moving out.
Get a tiny bit of evasion up. That's impressive. Firestarter decides to punch Fang, and misses. We're very glad to see that. On both counts, in fact. Firestarter. Okay, a couple flamers, large laser, and 2 smalls.
I'm here.
Fang, you don't actually have a line of fire at anyone. Worryingly. Okay, it's fine. Will we run you into cover? Not yet.
Good to go.
We'll first fire with Blorks. How damaged is he? I think we can do a lot of damage by just moving,
Consider it done.
making a standard move, and firing down at this guy. Okay, reasonable core torso hits. We'll do the same with the Javelin. Okay, we've tagged the core torso. And Fang... Are we feeling cheeky? How cheeky are we feeling? You know what, we're not going to necessarily risk you. You've done good work for us, you can take a bit of a break from the front line.
Understood. Moving fast.
Wolverine tasks onto the Hunchback, which is good for us because, well, this thing has armor.
Orders.
Also, he puts himself in a very good line of fire for Medusa to hit him. And... Yep, we're still below our overheat threshold, so we'll just fire like this.
Affirmative.
Ah, come on, core torso hits.
Scored a critical hit.
We have fortunately made him unsteady. And somehow movement actually overheats
Can't
us.
take much more of this.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on that in the future. Okay. Fang, we'll standard move you. Take some shots at the Wolverine, just to get him to fall down. Okay, we've hit the head. Knockdown, which is another hit point taken off. What does a Firestarter do? It jumps and flames us. Okay, that's fine.
Watch my
I know how to
I'm
dissipate that
taking
heat.
damage.
Blorks. You know, don't even fire with the medium pulses. Just try to get a headshot with the small X pulse. Just the one of them.
Beat the cake.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit cheeky here right now.
Move order received.
I want to take this guy out by injuring him, so that we can get more salvage. Okay, medium pulse again. We're not interested in you. Try to take another headshot, please. Gyro destroyed, I think that should take the mech out. Pilot ejection's also good. Eek.
Aye, aye.
And now, let's back attack the Firestarter and put our arc welder and chainsaw to good use.
Move order received.
Okay, we've hit his leg. And yes, the chainsaw fires like a machine gun for some reason.
No retreat.
Okay.
Commander.
While he's still unsteady, Fangar come in and take a flanking shot at him.
I copy.
Okay, stability check has failed. We've hit the head, knocked him down.
Critical hit.
Now what? I think we'll just kick this guy a bunch of times. Some might accuse us of playing with our food, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Something I can do.
Lurks, you move forward. Try to take a headshot. Similar scenario to last time.
Acknowledge.
No headshots, but oh well.
Solid connection on that one.
And Medusa.
Yeah.
If you can stomp on his head, that would be nice.
Engaging.
Or, you know, just destroy his left torso.
Gotcha.
Okay. So there weren't any reinforcements, rather fortunately. So we'll just
Full speed.
dispatch our target now.
Receiving you. Hey, let's see what this baby
Very
can do.
simple process. We just run forward and slaughter.
Good to go.
Well, some of us can run forward better than others, but oh well. Okay, he's helping us out, moving closer. We'll reserve. Very nice.
Ready for orders. On my way. Double time.
Okay,
Ready for orders.
keep sprinting. Can move Fang in close because it's a heavy mech, and it is a cataphract. A Ilya Muromets. Or Muramets. It's armed with a couple of AC5s and an AC10, both upgun variants. Or all three are upgun variants. So that's interesting.
Confirmed.
Primary target.
Yeah.
Commander.
Let's just sprint forward and do as much damage as possible.
Firing all weapons.
We do, after all, have a fair amount of armor to chew through. Cataphracts are fairly sturdy mechs.
Full throttle.
Okay.
Standing by.
No. First you attack, and then you run off. Like so. Although I don't want to keep you there, because I think he might spot you. So we'll move back to here. Blorks. Oh yeah, Blork should have fired first. Oh well. We have no problem running away. We'll reserve, see what he does.
Standing by.
Okay. This gives me the opportunity to move forward and respot him.
Full throttle.
Oh yeah, we've turned off our medium lasers. That was a bit of an oversight.
What do you need?
No matter.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
This time we will fire with everything.
All weapons committed.
Okay. How do we want to run away from this? I think we want to do it with jump jets. Okay,
Yes, Commander.
let's reserve everyone else.
I copy. Confirmed.
Cool.
Commander.
Fang, you can
Going full throttle.
flank him and fire. Blorks, you can just do a standard move.
Location confirmed. I'm going to give him the big bubble.
Okay, big baboom has been given.
Waiting for orders. All right, full speed.
And now we get Medusa in on the action.
Taking the shot.
We're gonna Alpha Strike just because why not? Okay, very nice. Let's all reserve into the third phase. Just for
Standing by.
the sake of ease, really. Well, we will fire an overheat, unfortunately.
Firing.
And we will, well, run backwards and hopefully we'll be safe.
On my way.
Okay. We've overridden the shutdown.
Heat damage.
We'll get some flanking fire in with Fang. And, which direction do we want to run to? I think here. No, that's bad. Let's just run back to where Medusa is.
Acknowledged.
Right here.
Right.
Ready
Lorx,
for
take
order.
your shot.
All weapons are go.
Okay. We stripped off the armor on his right torso. Okay, Lorx will fall
Move
back.
into position.
And I will also fall back. Okay, interesting.
Reporting.
The target is retreating, Commander. Eliminate it before it escapes.
Okay, number of things. Where's he retreating to? That direction. Okay. I really didn't think he'd have a line of fire on the Pirate's Bane, but, well,
Ready for orders.
we just lost an arm. Nearly a torso, but, that's fine. Arms we can afford to lose on this thing. It doesn't have any weapons attached to them. That said, what we will do is reserve.
Standing by.
Let Medusa move forward.
Roger.
Since he's going to be trying to escape, he's not going to be interested in shooting at us, is the assumption I'm making. So, just alpha strike him while you still have the chance. Okay.
Damn it. Heat damage.
Fang, if you please.
On my way.
We need to destroy this guy hella quick.
Reporting.
And let's focus on that right side, because it is currently the most damaged.
Moving out. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Very good hits.
That hits up the
Okay, we've eliminated one weapon. Will we remove anything from the torso? Hopefully an ammo explosion. So let's try that.
All weapons committed.
Engine destroyed works for us too.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay.
Mission successful.
That ended up going fairly well for us. Well, minus losing the arm on the Pirate's Bane, but, well. Okay, we got 193 thou. After our contract payment got increased by an extra 25% for destroying the supporting lance. Yep, a bit of work on the Pirate's Bane is in order. Not on the double heatsink, though. And everything else is in very good shape, overall. Okay, so what do we have? Cataphract salvage, cataphract salvage, cataphract salvage. We're very happy to take all of that salvage. Now, there are a couple of things. That we might want to swap out. Or swap in instead of the cataphract salvage. Among them are fusion cores, but again, we're not that hard for cash. Or part up for cash. What am I trying to say? Strapped for cash. That's the one. We're not strapped for cash. So, we're gonna hope to get, well, maybe even a full Wolverine setup. Here's hoping. Okay, Blackjack, Firestarter, Flea. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 pieces of the Cataphract and 2 of the Wolverine pieces. Very nice. So the IM variant of the Cataphract is something we ought to look out for. Reduced autocannon heat generation. That's why it's so heavily fitted with autocannons. Very interesting. We got a large laser, 2 flamers, and a heatsink. Weapon-wise, nothing impressive, but I'm glad to have all these. Okay, 10,000 credit repair job, takes 2 days. Let's get started. And we have the financial report, which is, again, only costing us 300,000 for some reason. Why is that? Okay, and now we're back up to 442,000. Weird. I'm honestly not sure what that's all about. Did our operating costs not get deducted last time around? Because that seems to be what might be going on. Is there a particular quirk of this system that made that the case? I don't know, let's check in the star map. Cool, our system, high gravity planet, mining, moderate population moons, planet-wide mudflats, poor rocky world. Yeah, I can't for the life of me figure out why we didn't have to pay so much for our last, financial report. Taking a quick look at the shop because it got updated during our battle. Black Knight, salvage. We do have 1 out of 5 parts, but again, a very onerous bill is associated with it. Bunch of Firestarter stuff, some Hunchback stuff, power armor, Sasquatch. We're not interested. A Shinigami. Improved stealth on a Stalker chassis. Interesting. Valkyrie. Thank you. Okay, the Valkyrie is a pretty garbage mech. Only 1 of each slot. That's, rather disappointing. Oh well. A Wolfhound. Prototype anti-missile system, I think. I don't know what the L would stand for. And a Wolverine X. Improved melee stealth and damage resistance. Very interesting. We're going to take a quick look at other potential stuff in the shop. Protective padding. Oh, 5% resistance against crits. Spall liner. And TSM. Okay. TSMs we're going to buy a bunch of. Because they have no tonnage. They give you plus 3% melee damage and plus 2% sprinting distance. So we're buying out the lot.
New equipment available.
Cool, that takes us down to 3 months worth of cash left, but we'll make that up in due time. And now that that's been done and taken care of, we'll, work on this. So, manage tasks. I think we'll put the Pirate's Bane up in the list, because I think that might be the more efficient way to handle this task. First, get all that done and out of the way. 1, 2. Very nice.
Job is done, Commander.
Not the contract screen. Mech bays. So let's take a look at the Javelin. No, we don't care about the Javelin. Why are we looking at the Javelin? The thing we want to fit TSMs onto is the Hunchback. Do we want to give it Clan Ferrofibrous Armor? I mean, it's really tempting. Cause... It's tempting because it might give us some more weight to work with. Okay. 48.63 tons spare. We'd take that down to 48.5. Probably by stripping off some more rear armor, like that. Okay, 48.5 tons we can work with. But really, nah, we're not that interested. We'll save this for something more important. Now, TSMs, if I remember correctly, you can only load 6 of them. So we'll put them all in the legs, or at least 4 of them in the legs. A couple in the center torso. And, yes, already has 6 triple strength myomers. And myomer cable, by the way, is what functions as the muscles of the mech in lore. So that's essentially what allows it to move. But no, think something like carbon fiber nanotubes. But scaled up massively. Okay, very nice. And with that, we'll put this guy in for 4 days of repair. Yes, I remember now. We're gonna go back up with our armor, and everything here is fine. It'll actually only take 3 days to complete this thing.
Right.
And the remaining 2 that we have at our disposal, we're putting onto Fang. Making him run even farther and faster is going to be great. So, here's leg day. And I do have a couple of things that I am considering doing. Do we swap the stealth system out for the NSS? Plus 2 max evasion, plus 2 evasion pips gained for movement, as opposed to just +1 and +1. 30% reduced visibility and cover. 35% reduced, 6 dynamic slots reserved. 6 dynamic slots reserved. Plus 5 heat generation, or 5%, plus 3 heat per turn. How about here? Plus 10% heat generation, plus 6 heat per turn. ECM system needed, 30% tech point cost to repair, 40% C-bill cost, 25, 35, and ECM system. So we do already have the Guardian ECM. The Angel ECM, I don't think is different to the Guardian ECM. Oh, it actually is. It offers an extra reduced signature against sensor, reduced visibility, and cover. So it is better. How much does it weigh, though, in comparison? An extra half ton. You know? Here. Let's try this on for size. An NSS. Where was it? Patchwork Materials. Angel ECM. and the 2 triple strength mimers. And okay, let's repair this stuff. We'll keep the missing double heatsink in just for the memes. Or you know what, screw it, let's get rid of it. I don't think it ought to affect our ability to deploy, although it might. This mech has unused tonnage. Where, I ask you? Where? Okay. There is a better place to put the patchwork materials, and that's right here. Do we swap in a heatsink double? I mean, what's our heat sinking? It's 60. Our Alpha Strike is nowhere close to that. Or Alpha Strike Heat is nowhere close to that. Do we dare consider putting on small pulses? I don't know, 15 damage is still better than 9 times 3, isn't it? No, it isn't. 9 times 3, 9 times 3 is 27. Double that makes it 54. 54 potential damage versus 60. Plus 2 accuracy and ignores 2 evasion pips, however. We would just be making Fang more accurate, thus giving him better chances of actually hitting. We could also just swap it out for small laser pluses, now that we have them off of the other thing. The Wasp. And oh yes, the Wasp story. So let's go into the Wasp story after we finish with this. Okay. Vehicle flamers way too much, so do standard flamers. Also, small pulse lasers weigh the whole 1 ton. It is a tough choice. What is the heat profile? 8 heat versus 8 heat. So no difference there. We could potentially get rid of the machine guns and just have you be kitted with nothing but lasers. So we'll get 2 small pulses and 2 small laser pluses. Would that be worthwhile? I think it might be worth our while to do that, but the waffling. I think we could give it a go, but nah. This is what we're going to do. We're putting in the small laser plus variants, because we can. What's their bonus again? 1 evasion pips ignored, so basically plus 2 accuracy lasers as opposed to just plus 1. Yeah, we'll be fine with this. 6 days to complete this job. Let's go for it.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
And now do we want to take a look at the Spider or the Javelin while we're here? We might want to. We could potentially get rid of the ER medium lasers, however I think I like having that weird additional range on the Javelin. It's been working out well for us. Let's not fix something that ain't broken. And similar story with the Wasp, or Venom. Goddamn. Okay. So, while we're waiting for our things to complete, let's talk about wasps. So, a long time ago, back when I was studying in Europe.
Those upgrades you asked for?
Okay,
Are
very
on
good.
mine, Commander.
While I was studying in Europe, the summer rolled around, and I was sleeping one night, and I wake up in a bit of a haze because suddenly I feel something crawling on my face. And I get out of bed, I walk over to the lights, turn them on, and there I see, down the wall, crawling down the wall beside my bed, an army of wasps. They were coming out of the ceiling because they had made their nest up there, somewhere in the attic, or in the rafters, rather. And they were crawling through the wood paneling of the ceiling, all the way down the wall of my room, right onto my bed, and there was about 10 of them crawling all over my pillow. Somehow, I did not get stung during this time at all. But the way I chose to deal with this, as any rational person would, was with a vacuum cleaner. And so I spent several days battling an army invasion of wasps into my bedroom with a vacuum cleaner. At first, I also tried to suffocate them using various aerosol sprays, hoping to choke them out that way. But when ultimately that did not end up working, I had to resort to the vacuum cleaner. So for several days, I'd be, say, chatting with my good friends, Blorks and Fang, back here in Canada. And I would ask them to just take a quick break for me, just wait around while we were in the middle of a game or something, chatting online, because I needed to go deal with the wasps. And I'd tell them, hold on, I need to vacuum something. And they'd say, vacuum something? What the hell do you need to vacuum? And then I'd go off to vacuum, and then I'd explain to them, oh yes, I'm dealing with a wasp infestation. And yeah, that's the wasp story. So, I guess in a rather fitting sense, we got rid of this wasp in similar fashion to the ones back in Europe. Anywho, let's get back on task here. I'm considering investing in another habitat pod, not because I want to buy more or purchase more mech warriors, but because I want access to more of training modules. Presently, we are getting 30 experience per day, up to a max of 200,000 mech warrior experience. With the second one, we'd be getting 50 experience per day, up to a maximum of 500,000 total XP on mech warriors. And with the third one, it would be something like, I think, 80 XP per day, up to a maximum of 750,000. I don't remember, I'd have to check. But at present, 900,000 into 270,000. We don't really have a million C-bills to spend at the moment. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, I think we'll invest in drive repairs so that we can jump between systems faster.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Another potential thing is investing in morale boosts for our crew. And I think that'll be the next thing on our plate. That said, let's
Kick off your shoes.
get our stuff repaired. Pirate's Bane, one more day. Very good.
I wrapped up that job you asked
And
for,
let's see if we can take out another contract here that is worth anything. There's this assassination mission. And, yep, nothing else here has changed. So we'll take the assassination mission, and I think that'll be our final mission in the system. After this one's done, we'll select another system to jump to, and that's where we'll end the episode. So, again, Max Salvage writes, what's the problem? Okay. What's wrong with the Pirate's Bane? What are we missing here? Aha, okay. It completely got rid of our double heatsink. So, not to waste double heatsinks, why not just put in a standard heatsink? Oh yeah, because it will add tonnage. Man, I was really hoping to avoid having to do this. Okay. Fine. We'll move things around like this, throw in that double heatsink. We don't want to keep anything in the arms if we don't have to, and so it'll take another 3 days to get this thing properly done. A bit more wasted cash. But
Logged and noted.
let's get the project finished.
That work order you
Good.
submitted is complete.
And without further ado... Yep, nothing's changed here. Why am I still looking? Let's get going into combat. And okay. This lovely map template. Okay, what's it look like? It's hazy. Can't really see. We are going to be dealing with a reinforcement wave. That said, things aren't too horrible.
Ready for orders.
I never knew I could actually run up here. I thought I could only get up here with jump jets. Interesting. Well, now that I know that, let's run.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
If I were planning an ambush,
Is it?
this is where I'd put it.
Right here.
Okay. Lorix, can you run any farther? Yeah, you can run a tiny bit farther than you can jump.
What's the now?
Let's reserve, see how far Medusa can run now that he has the triple strength mimer installed. No, wrong one. There we go. Still not very far. Although, you know, it's not horrible. We'll keep you in the low ground.
I copy.
Another Pirate's Bane. Okay. Well, Fang's met his match, and I think we're going to try to evaporate his match.
I'm on it.
Okay, one hit. We're going to keep actually Medusa in the low ground because we want him to be able to cool his weapons. Oh boy. Evasive Locust variants are a bit of a nuisance. Let's reserve. Let the enemy move first. Okay. They're not interested. Okay.
Standing by.
Okay, we do have to move Fang
Hearing you.
up into position, so to speak, and I think we'll move him around to here. and fire down onto the Pirate's Bane.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
You have some pretty good targeting solutions now, especially with the small laser pluses.
Firing all weapons.
But, well, Pirate's Banes are difficult to hit.
What's up, Commander?
Okay, we don't have to sprint Blorks.
Orders?
So instead we will just move him standard-like
On the move.
and take some shots at this Jenner. Okay.
Standing by.
Medusa will move you forward like so. And,
Copy that.
well, all you have is the ER medium laser, apparently. I thought you'd have the large pulse laser also functioning at this range. Interesting. And there we go, an AC-20 Urban Mech. Nuisance upon nuisance. Okay, let's just keep firing with ER mediums. Although, I think we're going to fire at the Urban Mech. Well, at least we tagged him. Jenner takes some shots at Blorks. Nothing too, ridiculous. Okay. Fang, take your shot at the Pirate's Bane.
Ready for orders. All weapons. Go.
And he's gone. Good night.
Hostile. Removed.
Unfortunately, I think we took out his engine, which is a disappointment.
Roger.
Okay. Someone has a large laser. Blorks, do you have a line of fire? Yeah, you do. Just the medium pulses on the Jenner. Yeah, take the shot.
Roger that.
As far as coin tosses go, that one was pretty horrible. We'll put you in the tree line here. I think that ought to make things difficult for our enemies.
The position.
Okay. We'll take some shots at the Jenner. Also, they continue missing, unfortunately. And we're just going to jump up into the high ground now. Okay, a couple missiles coming in. Nothing serious. Okay, Jenner has moved underneath our guns. So we'll move Medusa up. And have him take some shots with everything.
Taking the shot.
Not bad.
Solid connection on that one.
Okay.
Receiving you.
Let's try reserving for now. See what the enemies do. Okay, some missiles coming Medusa's way. Nothing too serious.
Systems. Holding.
Jenner moves. Gets guarded, gets entrenched. Medusa, take your shot.
Commander. Affirmative.
Okay. Large pulse, managed to get some reasonable hits in.
Heading out.
Some more missiles. Okay.
Standing by.
I think moving here, with Fang and giving him vigilance, is the course of action we take. Yeah, not the best firing solutions.
Targeting for an outlet track.
That's sort of to be expected.
Yeah,
Rear shot on the Jenner might be worthwhile.
Piece of cake.
Close.
Target's
And
taking a critical hit.
I think we'll finish things off by just moving forward and putting some more shots into his flank.
All weapons committed.
Okay, we've stressed him out. Let's see if we can get him to bug out.
Now, let's see how
We've
you
panicked him. One more shot of that nature, and he ought to run away.
Aye, aye.
Stinger makes his presence known.
Something I can do.
I think we'll save Blorks, and instead fire with me, see if we can get that panic to proc.
All weapons committed.
Torso destroyed, and pilot ejection.
Enemy
That's exactly what we wanted.
damage detected.
So let's move back a bit, keep ourselves evasive on this cliff edge. Wolfhound. Okay. Blorks, any lines of fire?
Do you for?
Not at present. So we'll reserve. It's a wasp, look at that. Well, we know what to do with wasps. We vacuumed them. And you still don't have any good lines of fire. So, Blorks, I'm putting you in those trees there, and I'm getting you to fire at the urban mech.
Now, all weapons are go.
Okay, exposed structure is always nice to see.
Oh, thanks.
And Medusa should be able to take him out now. Missiles we have not worried about. Do we move you closer? No, I don't think we do. This actually dissipates heat, believe it or not.
Attacking from position.
Okay, left arm destruction. It's not the arm with the weapon on it, but, you know, it's still
Reporting
something.
critical hit.
Just keep you running back and forth. Stinger takes a shot at Blorks. Yeah, we're not worried about the Stinger.
Light damage, Commander.
Blorks, it's now your duty to dispatch the urban mech.
Here you go, moron.
Okay, very nice.
Hostile eliminated.
And, yeah.
On my way.
Okay, how's this going so far? So far, it's not too bad. Let's reserve. We can afford to be patient.
holding for the right opportunity.
A Firefly. He's still out of range with his medium pulses, but that's something I want to be getting rid of. So let's do exactly that. From any possible angle that we can, but so far no such possible angle is available. So let's just take our shots at the Stinger. Easiest target currently.
All weapons
Also the weakest armored target.
enemy mech critical damage detected.
Missiles we're not worried about. Now, Fang.
Ready
Bang.
for orders.
I think you're fine to move forward to here
Moving to position.
and take your shot.
On it.
Cool, engine destruction. Target down.
Target eliminated.
Orders.
Now, Medusa, your duty is to punish this Firefly.
I copy.
Very nice headshot. Can we get another? No. Well,
That hit something good.
we'll hope to get a headshot with one of our other boys on the hill.
Confirmed.
Okay. Wolfhound's missing. It's got a medium X pulse, but, well, if it misses, it doesn't really matter much now, does it?
Receiving you.
Now, let's see if we can actually get
Confirmed.
a headshot potentially on this fellow.
Aye,
A
aye.
bit of a long shot, but I think it's worth it.
Scored a critical hit.
Okay, Wasp is still jumping around.
Receiving you.
Any better angles of fire? Yes. Here's one we can take.
Ready for orders.
Give him the big ba-boom.
Moving out. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Engine destruction's worthwhile.
I hope we can salvage
And we're
that.
just gonna tear them apart piecemeal. Okay. Wolfhound's the better target.
All weapons committed.
We saw him doing a bit of Tai Chi there for a moment, but it didn't do much for him. And that's a bushwhacker. Okay. Heavy gyro, XL engine, poorly armored. A bunch of plus variant LRM5s and a plus variant AC10, which I think is God's way of
Ready for
saying,
orders.
well, we need to give him our best shot. Really, however, we need to be targeting the Wolfhound. Also doing a bit of heat dissipation. Well, we nearly got his main weapon arm. Wasp fires, but we're not worried. Okay. It's not so bad.
Standing by.
We'll take another shot at the Wolfie.
All weapons committed.
He's doing calisthenics. Tai Chi. Come on.
Damage detected.
Get your head in the game, mate. Hey, he's retasked onto Medusa. We're very fine with that.
Light damage.
Now,
Commander.
Blorks, do you have a good line of fire on him? You do.
Commander.
But I think we'll first let Fang take his shot.
Ready for orders.
Yes. Yep, that was more worthwhile. Blork shooting there would have been a bit of overkill. And overkill is a waste. Okay. Unknown mech has moved.
Yes, Commander.
So, let's move forward
Coordinates received.
and take some shots at the Wasp. I think we can make him unsteady.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Very close. We tempt fate as we approach the Bushwhacker's line of fire, but fortunately his main shot missed.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
And we just want to get some extra shots into the Wasp, and heck, we'll turn off the ER medium as well. Dissipate as much heat as we possibly can.
Firing. Reporting. Negative damage.
And another thing we'll do
On my way.
is,
Retreat.
never mind. We won't do Instead, we wait to see what he does, and yeah, any hits that come in on him now are going to make him very unsteady. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rather, in unorthodox fashion, jump into the low ground. This opens up a path for Fang to get out of the way, or off the mountain.
All
And we've
weapons
made him unsteady. Okay. Bushwhacker does nothing.
Receiving you.
I'm going to sprint Fang forward, as we often do.
Got it.
Get him very evasive. And see about toppling this guy.
Locking in.
Oh,
All
there's a
weapons.
knockdown. And Blorks, your duty, should you choose to accept it, is to just eliminate this guy.
I copy.
Well, maybe with one less medium pulse. Heck, get a headshot if you can. Yeah, but you got a headshot. Well done. And the Bushwhacker moves forward to kick the Venom. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Light damage.
Medusa, however, I'd like you to finish the job, and I don't care how many weapons it takes. Actually, no, I do care. The medium lasers are still a bit too hot.
Got it.
Cool. Some slight overkill. But no matter.
Last target.
We'll move up.
Coordinates received.
Enemy mech is a light mech. What are the odds that it's another Stinger?
Standing by.
Because that would be disappointing, really. Either way, let's take some shots at this Bushwhacker.
Got it.
We hit his head. Head hits are very nice. I think this ought to keep us in cover. Oh, he had the Juggernaut trait. That's why Blorks isn't activating in third phase. Interesting.
enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Well, let's go over here. Bushwhacker takes a shot. Gets some nasty damage in, but it's manageable. Blork shall take his shot.
Receiving you. Firing a full salvo.
And we've destroyed his LRM ammo.
Target destroyed.
With that,
Hostile removed.
we can move still into the water. We want to dissipate heat.
Be there in a jiff.
And now,
What do you need?
we have a couple of problems.
Right.
Chief among them that the Stinger, or whatever this is up there. This means we have to jump up to meet it.
Ready for orders.
So we'll make a rather short jump. Yes. Okay, we spot it. It's a Stinger with small X pulses. Fortunately, however, they are small X pulses, so we might be able to kit out another mech with some reasonable X pulse weaponry. I'll jump up over here. I'll brace.
Engaging jump jets.
Fang will keep you in the low ground. You will be
Receiving
part
you.
of the low ground reception, should he decide to evacuate.
Confirmed.
And Medusa, you'll be, of
Yes,
course,
Commander.
part of the low ground defense force. Okay, he moves back into the tree line. This is going to be a nuisance,
Standing by.
fortunately. Sprinting is a thing. And our chances to hit are garbage anyway, so let's just offensive push and try to go for a headshot. Why not?
Giving them everything I've got.
Primary
Okay,
target
cool.
damage.
We got some damage in. Let's move up, continue flanking fire.
Full throttle.
Reserve. What was the button? Minus, was it? Plus. There has to be an easier hotkeyed way of doing this.
Confirmed.
Either way.
Aye, aye.
Lorks, take your shot.
Waiting for orders. Alright, I'll give them the whole 9 yards.
Not bad. It's okay.
Position confirmed.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All weapons committed.
What are the odds he's going to jump behind us? 0.
Confirmed.
The X pulses are an annoyance.
Warning. Armor low.
And even fired a bit of it at Blorks. Cheeky devil.
Damage minimal.
Low ground reserve may have been a little mistake, but what else?
Holding and cooling.
Now he moves in for a rear shot.
Warning. Enemy in rear arc.
He switches targets too.
Warning. Armor low.
Fortunately, our rear armor is holding. And screw it, we're taking a rear shot. I mean, if that's going to be the name of the game. I mean, also, please,
All
can I
weapons
not
committed.
miss at point blank? That would be very nice. No matter.
What's up, Commander?
I think this ought to take him out.
Move order received. Consider it done.
Well, at least we got the left torso.
Report critical hit.
Is he going to escape yet?
Got it.
No? No, he's still feeling cheeky. This game of rear attack is annoying me. No matter. We'll continue playing.
Yeah? What can I do you for? Location confirmed.
Finally.
Locking in all weapons systems.
Good night.
Tango down.
I was honestly hoping he would bug out, but oh well. So, we came out of that with 270,000 creds, 35% bonus onto our contract payment, 40,000 drop costs deducted, because now that we have triple strength Myanmar on a couple of our mechs, it's more expensive to actually field us into action. The went to rear damage on the Venom and the Javelin, but arguably those were unavoidable, and minor damage on the rest. And now, for something completely different. We have 4 Bushwhacker parts, which we're a big fan of. Even more so a fan of these than the small X-pulses that we didn't actually end up getting. Oh well. Anti-missile system, whatever. Some endo steel, some ferrofibrous armor, a couple of Guardian ECMs. Yep, we'll just take our chances. Also, has reflective coating been changed at all? No, it hasn't. Never mind. So yeah, reflective coating, as it says, offers 20% energy resistance or energy attack resistance, and a debuff to the resistance against ballistic and missile weapons. It reserves 10 dynamic slots. Yeah, okay, so this did get changed. Rather than it being a stacking thing that you could add a near infinite amount of, for small bonuses each time, you just get one massive bonus at once. No matter. Let's take this, see what we get. Cool. Jenner, Stinger, and Wolfhound chassis, alongside our Bushwhacker. 2 double heat sinks, so that's nice to see. ER medium and a jump jet. Okay, 22,000 to repair all of the armor we lost. Takes 7 days. Okay. The drive upgrade is going to happen in 5 days. But, as we said earlier, after a quick glance at the store, taking a quick look here, see what has changed. Other power armor suit. Although this one looks like it's a commando, based on a commando chassis. Rapier variant of a locust. Okay, it just has restricted actuators. Urban mechs, Wolverines, and a Zeus. Anything else of interest from what I see so far? No. PA engine. Ah. Power armor engine. So yeah, this is completely useless. Just goes to show how useless power armor actually is. Spallliners. Stealth X. What is Stealth X? Gives you the stealth trait. +1 evasion, max pips. Or +1 evasion pips, +1 max evasion. +6% heat generated from weapons fire, +6 heat per turn. So it's essentially a slight variant of a standard stealth system. Interesting. No matter. Do we have anything worth selling? While we're still here, just round this episode off a little. No, we're still holding on to the Gauss rifle, medium X-Pulse, same thing. We'll hold on to the medium lasers, who knows. Yeah, I think the engine ICs. The engine ICs are what we sell, and we sell all of them. Because as mentioned in the comment sections below, these are actually vehicle engines, so they are somewhat useless for mechs. Clan cockpit. Yeah, we still hold on to that. And the fusion cores that we have. We will sell this one. We will sell the 120. No item selected. Okay. Sell the 175. Wait, did we accidentally sell something else? No, we didn't. Right, where were we? Okay, there we are. I think we saw the 175. Okay, very good. Hands we keep. Double heat sinks we keep. Jump jets, why not? Lower arm actuator, sure. And all of this we keep. Okay. Only thing we need to do now is go to the star map. And choose another place for us to be. Someone's currently in that system. Someone in here. A water world, so to speak. It's a jump-wise, it's a bit of a ways away. Nope, that's a desert planet. It's too hot for our hunchback. Dense cloud layer. Low gravity planet. Hallucinatory vegetation. Okay. Pirate presence prison planet. Recently colonized. Interesting. What about here? Geothermal boreholes, megacity, prison planet, travel hub, Arctic world. You know what, let's go take some missions in an Arctic world. It ought to be fun for a while.
Calculating course now, Commander.
So what are we hoping for in the upcoming episodes on this new rock? Glitch and Rock are asking about a raise. We're not too strapped for cash right now. But we'll give a bonus to all mech warriors and ship crew. Or actually... no, that won't last the month. We'll refuse any changes in compensation. Glitch and Rock are unfortunately in low spirits. Yeah, from that event we did most get a morale boost, and we're not going to arrive at our destination before our financial report is due. And whenever a financial report comes around, the company morale resets to a minimum of 10, and the only way to raise that minimum is by getting, in engineering, stuff like these recreational facilities. So, with this, we'd get a minimum of 12 morale going into battle, plus 3, so 13, 15 together, and so on and so forth as you go down each of these various recreational facilities. So, if it had happened while we were about to go into combat, yeah, sure, I would have kept it, but otherwise, no need.
That
Cool.
work order you submitted?
For now, we won't spend anything. We'll pay our bills and get to our destination. Overall, plans for next episodes are going to be to assemble another mech. I mean, there's only so much we can plan around that, but that is our goal. Trying to assemble another mech, preferably a medium, and see what we can effect with it. Cool. Expenditure will stay as normal. And here we are, at our destination. Okay. Accidental supplies. We don't really need AC-5 ammunition. So, let's return the ammo. We gain 1,000 C-bills for it. And before we end this episode, let's take a quick look at the store. And also we're going to look at the command center contracts, just to get them loaded in properly so that we don't have to deal with a lag spike next time around. Okay, what do we have? Battlemaster, Crab, Power Armor, Jagermech, Javelin, Rapier. Has it not changed between systems? Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. MMLs are an interesting thing. Small laser pirate. Is that pirate? Yeah, this is a pirate variant of a small laser. Has a recoil of 2. It's multi-shot. Overall, it has +1 accuracy, but it has 2 recoil, and it functions like a medium pulse laser, despite it being a small laser. So for 1.5 tons, we get this weird monstrosity. I think we'll pass. Yep, nothing of interest here. Oh well. Okay, flag spike over. Now, what are our missions? An escort, a recovery mission. I mean, it's easy cash. We might just send someone into Pirate's Bane to do that. Doesn't really matter who. Clean out the mercs. 1 skull mission. Could be valuable. We'll take max salvage on this one. Battle, stubborn surrender. A similar situation. We'd take max salvage. Convoy ambush, we're passing. Destroy base, we'll take a pass. They're sort of boring missions. Recovery, again, we'll just send someone to get us cash. Liberation, similar scenario as before. Stop the signal. Recovery mission, a 2-skull recovery for 500,000. Yep, that sounds like a Fang job. Embassy extraction, another recovery mission. This time for a slight pay bump. And an assassination. 2.5 skull assassination mission. Do we have the balls for it? Well, we'll have to find out next episode. Until then, this has been Smastian. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription, or do whatever else you feel is good. I'll see you on the battlefield, and have a good